Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Peters with the Pottsville Church of Christ, and it's time for our morning devotional. So let's go ahead and get our Bibles out. And this morning, we're going to turn to Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6, and I'm going to begin reading in verse 1. Matthew 6, verse 1. It reads, "Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, you have no reward from your Father in heaven. Therefore, when you do a charitable deed, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory from men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But when you do a charitable deed, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your charitable deed may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly." I want us to ask ourselves this morning, as Jesus is continuing his teaching in the Sermon on the Mount, I want us to ask ourselves, what is our motivation for what we do in life? Where is our heart really at in these things? And now, when we look throughout these little portions of the Sermon on the Mount, I want you to notice, and I hope you are noticing, that Jesus is really dealing with the heart. He's not so much dealing with action as with the heart. And his whole point is the heart motivates us to action. And so here he's talking about doing charitable deeds, and that's a good thing. We need to be going about doing good. Jesus went about doing good, the book of Acts tells us, and we need to follow his example and follow in his footsteps and be a charitable individual and help people and be benevolent, have a benevolent attitude. But we also have to ask ourselves, why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Doing good deeds should be important to all of us, but also the question, why? You see, Jesus here is taking it one step forward and not just saying, hey, you go out and do charitable deeds and help people, but he's also asking them, why? Why are you doing it? What's your motivation? You see, if I am going out and doing something good for someone else, for the sole purpose of gaining notoriety, for the sole purpose of puffing up my reputation as individual, worrying about how individuals see me, trying to improve my reputation with individuals. If I'm only doing good because I like that pat on the back, the attaboys of life, well, then my heart's at the wrong place. My heart is then focused on self. I'm doing these out of selfish motives. And that's just not right. Jesus says the ones with selfish motives, when they get that pat on the back, that's their reward. What they're doing isn't helping them as far as putting them in a right relationship with God. And so Jesus is asking us to ask ourselves, why are we doing what we're doing? Now, Jesus in chapter 5 has just finished telling us that we're to be the light of the world, that we're to go out into the world and we're to do good, not to draw attention to ourselves, but to draw attention to the source of that light, and that is God. We do what we do, not to lift ourselves up, not to glorify self, but to glorify God. And that needs to be in every aspect of our life, including when we go out and help individuals. We want to live the right way. Why? So individuals can see, oh, well, he's just so pious, or, oh, he's such a good guy. No, we do good and live right so people will see God in us and be drawn to us so that we can turn and point them to the cross. That's why we do what we do. We do what we do because we love God and because we love his creation, our fellow man, and because we desire to serve God and point others to God. That's the kind of heart that we all need. Not just the action of doing good, but a heart that loves God, that loves mankind, and desires to see mankind have a relationship with God. And so we do good to help others be pointed in the right direction. Then Jesus says, when we have that kind of heart, verse 4, our Father who sees in secret will himself reward us openly. This is Mike Peters with the Pottsville Church of Christ, and I hope you're having a good day. I hope these morning devotionals are being beneficial to you. If you like this video and you wish to see more content like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button, and you'll be notified when a new video comes online. If you're watching this on Facebook, like this video and share this video on your page so we can get the message of Jesus out to as many people as possible. I hope everyone is going to have a good day. I hope you're staying safe. And don't forget, always be praying.